Well, here we go. I was back here this morning. I got a blind over there. I've been hunting this place for 3 days and I ain't seen no deer. But this morning, I hate to admit it, but I fell asleep. I woke up, and when I woke up, there was a deer standing in the corn. I sat there, and it was a little old 4-point, and I kept sat there and watched him. He's there for a long time. Well, anyway, about an hour passed, and I was watching all around me, and I looked back towards the corn. There's the rear end of a deer. I sat there, and finally I could tell it was a buck. I could see raise his head enough. I see he had antlers. And I watched this deer for probably 8 or 10 minutes. And I ain't gonna lie, first I thought I was gonna let him walk. I kept watching him, and the more I watched, the better he looked. And I kept thinking, oh, I got plenty more time in the season, I'm gonna let him walk. But he kept looking better and better the more I watched. And finally, he raised his head up and looked over his back where I could see him. He looked right at the blind. And then he's a better deer than I thought he was. So I thought, well, if he gives me a shot, I'll shoot him. So he went back to eating, and I swear this deer, he's a pig. He eat and eat and eat and eat. And I thought, man, I'm getting nervous. Finally, he raised his head and stuck his neck straight out sideways to me, and I thought, this is the only shot he's gonna give me. So I shot him in the neck. So he goes down, falls. I'm thinking, good deer down. Sat there and I'm watching him, and he kicks his feet up, takes off like a bulldozer with his head on the ground. Falls, stuck his head up in the air again, so I shot him in the neck again. So I'm thinking, that's it, he's done. So I sat there watching, maybe 2 minutes, does the same thing. Tries to raise up, sticks his head up in the air, head again, so I shot him in the neck. Same place, and I'm trying to shoot in the same place every time now, and I hit this deer all 3 times. So finally he goes down, and I think, I can't stand it no more. I gotta get out of the blind and go over where he's at. So I get over there, get about 10 feet away from him. He looks like he's dead, so I kind of ease up there and poke him with the rifle barrel, and he takes off like he's running on the ground. Crap. So I back off a little bit, sat there and watch him, and he ain't dying. He's moving his head around and he's kicking his legs, so I didn't really want to shoot him with my rifle that close. So I dug out my 38, and I waited and waited. Finally, he raised his head up and turned his neck to me where I could see underneath the white, and I shot him through the neck up into the brain. That finished him off. He's a lot better deer than I thought he was when I shot him, and I'm pretty tickled.
I know he looks like a good deer from here, but let's go over and get him. That's a nice deer, Jerry.
Yeah, he's got more mass than I thought he was going to have. He's a good deer. Considering I haven't been seeing any, he's a good deer.